PC. It's only for mobile devices.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm doing it off my iPad so I can have my phone.
Weird. All right, I'm going to share it in a few places if you want to do it too.
Okay.
Let's see. This is the first time I'm going live like with another person.
Okay. How do I share this again?
On your phone, there's on the bottom of the screen, there should be a little arrow.
Okay, well, can I do it like... I don't know how to do this.
Or you can go like, you're probably on your iPad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on your phone, get on the YouTube app, find your channel, and you'll see like yourself as live, and then you can share it from there. That's what I'm getting ready to do on the computer. It'll be easier.
Okay, so I've got this on my phone. So where do I go to share it?
Go to your channel.
I'm on my channel. Here's my channel right here.
Oh, okay. Go to the live option.
I don't have that.
You don't have a...
Remember, I'm not at 100 subscribers yet.
I don't know.
Oh, well. You just share it. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll share it. No worries. No worries. All right, let's
see.
What, Rowan? He's supposed to be sleeping. Hang on.
Hi, guys. I don't know who's all watching, but hello. We got 3
people
watching.
I see that. We're just sharing it in other places at the moment. Thank you for liking. Appreciate it.
And, hello, Amy.
Hi.
For those of y'all joining in, I am crocheting a moose. It's from Yarny Box on Instagram. It is free on her blog.
Oh, that's the announcement.
Am I frozen?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm mumbling to myself.
I was making sure I wasn't frozen. It looked like I had gotten frozen for a minute.
I don't even know. Hello. Nine people are watching. How cool is that? Very neat. All right. We're gonna go ahead and set a goal here.
All right, Amy's working on a mint chocolate chip cow. Cool. Whose pattern?
All right, we got that. Good deal. All right. A mint chocolate chip cow. Okay, cool. See? So happy Easter, right? Hey, Whitney.
Yes.
I'm wearing a pretty dress. Granted, I wore it yesterday too, but that's besides the point.
Don't lean over, Cat.
Oh, I know. I have it pinned. I need that. Snowdrop from Green Craft on Etsy.
Okay. Might have to go look at that.
Hello. I'm not sure how to say your name. Honestly. This kid. Oh, thank you. Whitney, you're sweet.
Oh, I look like I'm ready to go to bed. I didn't have my shower and everything.
Hey, Izzy.
Hi. Oh, Kat, I made 2 of your spiders today.
Oh, yay! I made nothing today. Just one little mushroom cap.
And then I also made a jumbo possum.
Nice, nice.
The ears kind of got a little off, but it'd be alright.
Nah, you're good.
It's dead anyways, so it got squished.
Exactly. It's roadkill. People love that.
Look at the cup my brother got me, though, for my birthday.
Ooh, that's fancy.
I know. He went to Anime Con here, and he got me this. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, fun fact about me, Kat, that you don't know, I love the anime Bleach.
The anime
Bleach.
Like
Bleach,
laundry.
like you pour in your laundry. Yes, bleach.
Okay. I've never heard of that one before. Looks a little scary. I think the only anime that I've ever like watched is like Inuyasha.
I've watched that one too.
Right. Like I loved that one. But I mean, Pokemon technically counts. But not the same. But other than that, I don't think I really watched any ever.
Hi, Lion.
Oh, thanks. I have shorts on underneath. It's nice. I can sit however I want to.
Just don't lean over.
Listen, a little bit of cleavage ain't nothing. Rowan does ask me why I have a hole in my dress, but that's besides the point. Yes, happy Easter.
Hello,
Hi,
Ruby.
Ruby. Yeah, I like to wear dresses, so long as they're comfortable. So, I mean, this one, it's nice and soft. It's one of the Walmart dresses. But, you know.
The only time I wear dresses is when I have to for work. Otherwise, I don't.
Hi,
And
Michelle.
yes, he did rise. He is risen again. Yes. For those of you that believe in that. Yes. I do, so yes.
Let me tell you. It is like not debating, just conversing, right? So I'm not a believer myself, but I don't hate anybody for how they believe. I truly appreciate the gist behind it all. I appreciate it. So trying to explain to the kids this morning, as a family who Chris is a believer and I'm not, but Chris doesn't really talk about it. And we don't go to church. So trying to explain to the kids this morning, like, what Easter is about, I felt like I needed to do that. I needed to, like, okay, you know, what is Easter? You know, why do we celebrate Easter? What are things that we do on Easter? Stuff like that. And trying to have a conversation with them and not really knowing how to go about it because I am not a religious person. and I don't really believe in these things, but I don't want to steer my kids away from believing in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much easier to teach them the things and then let them make their choice later on than it is to not teach them anything and then have them find it later and it be that much harder to get into it. So I'm trying to explain to them, like, okay, so Easter is, about God and about Jesus and, the gist of it. And I'm kind of not fact checking myself, but kind of asking Chris to help me reference. And like, I don't know if I'm remembering this right, but does this seem right? He's like, yes. It's like, okay, great. Like, okay, so what are all the things that we do? We're thankful, we're appreciative, we're happy. And then some other things that we do just as a family is on Easter we spend the day with our families. We get together, we love each other, we're thankful for being here, for being alive, for the life that we have, stuff like that. So, and then on the other side of that, there's the Easter Bunny. Like, well, what are things that we know about the Easter Bunny? And what was it? Rowan popped off this morning and he said something along the lines of, oh gosh. Something about him popping. Like, and now I ended up on a train of thought and I've derailed somewhere. But it was really funny because Rowan was like, well, the Easter Bunny brings us eggs. Or like Chris had asked something about I'm pretty sure that they said that the Easter Bunny's favorite game was basketball. Because he likes to hop a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it was so silly. And I can't remember what exactly it was. There was something that he said that had me and Chris dying. It was hilarious. But is that a little loading screen for you too?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you could respond with that. Interesting. Hello, person.
But as you're explaining this to Rowan and Archer, Archer's really just at the age where he could probably understand it. But I tell anybody, because I grew up in a church, it is hard to explain that this person died but rose again 3 days later, but we no longer do that. It is hard to explain that. So I would just explain them that this is a holiday about Jesus and what he did for us on the cross. I wouldn't bring up him rising yet. I would let them go to a church service when they're older, like 8, 10, and let them explain it. Because it's very different for them at this age.
Well, you know how Archer is too. Archer's so, like, inquisitive and like, no. No, somebody did not come back to life. That means they're a zombie. Like, it was hilarious.
But no, don't feel bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, everybody celebrates differently with their different holidays, and it depends on, like, how you choose to follow your faith, in a sense. For me, I don't want to steer them one way or another. We're definitely, Chris believes, but he doesn't follow the Bible, strictly or anything like that. We aim to be good people. We try. Kind of like a karma situation. What you put out into the world is what you get back. One way or another. I thought I lost you for a second, Haley.
You did.
Okay. I thought you were just intently reading Ruby's response. Come on, chair. Spinning me around.
Okay, but before we go off in this diving hole, finish what you gotta say, and then let's move on, because I don't want this live to be about what I believe in.
Well, it was just really funny because like, I'm trying to explain to the boys without, like, the nitty-gritty, and I'm like, "Alright." It's like, so basically, it's about God, and it's about Jesus, and it's about Jesus who died, and then he rose from essentially from the dead. He came back to life a few days later, and, like and, we're very thankful, and he did this for us as people, and trying to explain, like, why he did this, how it happened, without telling the children, like, he was murdered, straight up. Like like, how do you explain it without explaining the whole damn thing? And it's like, okay. But the whole thing was just so funny, and more awkward than funny. That part was not the funny part. The funny part was just trying to explain to them and me stumbling over my word like I am now, and trying to get them to understand that, it's not just about candy and eggs and the Easter bunny and oh, that's what it was. We're like, "What is the Easter bunny about? Like, what do we know about the Easter bunny?" And they're like, "Well, he brings us candy, and he hides baskets, and he takes pictures with us." And yeah, Chris and I both reacted the same way. We're like, "You know what? You're not wrong." Um, but it was super funny in the sense that how the hell do you explain these things to kids? But I want to try to get into a habit of trying to teach them, like, at least the nitty-gritty. I am not the religious one, so I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty with that. That if Chris wants to teach them that it's better off if he does it. He knows more about it, and I'm probably gonna fumble. But for me, it's definitely like the spending time with family, gathering, being around each other, being grateful for what we have and what we have with each other. And the start of my Easter after, once we left the house was not super great, but sorry, Izzy. The girls, they can't be contained. I mean, it's pinned shut. I, you know, I don't know what to do about that. But, um, I don't know what to do about that, honestly. But after the beginning fiasco, um, we ended up going over to my grandma's, and we sat around a fire for a while, and then we sat and chatted. And my grandma's looking at reorganizing her living room. She might be getting a new piece of furniture soon, so we were talking about that. And it's like, if you got another one of those, yarn shells like the white ones that I have back here, like, and used it to put all of your plants on, instead of, like, she has these odd pedestals literally just lining her living room. They're all about 2 foot, 2.5 foot high. Like, one of them is like a cherub, two of them are like full on swan. Like, they're odd little pedestals that she has her plants on. Like, if you could trade it for some piece of furniture that you could use for storage, it might do you better in the long run. It's like, I never thought. Yeah, Izzy, I wasn't sure if you were kidding or not. I'm like, I I'm sorry. It could be worse. Definitely could be. But I know that, like, there are a lot of people who will come in. At some point, I'm sure that there will be somebody who hops on and is like, "Oh my god, you gotta put the boobs away." I don't know what to tell you. It's what it is. They're just there at this point. I don't want them any more than people want to see them.
Thankful I don't have those problems.
I wish I didn't have that problem. How nice it would be.
That means I don't want yours. Don't try to give me yours.
Unfortunately, I don't think it would work. There have been studies, though, that you can share between family if you have similar genetics, because you can go in and you can have essentially the fat sucked out of one area in your body and then put back in another area in your body. And apparently you can do the same thing between family members if your genetics are close enough.
How did we get on this topic?
I don't know. My phone is aiming down towards my boobs. Anyways, I'm making mushrooms.
I am making a moose.
Oh man.
Yeah, like here's the body. I've already got the body made.
Oh, that's cute. I love that body style, honestly.
Yeah. I'm doing a review. It's gonna be I'm doing several different patterns from her blog, and I'm going to do like a big like review of them and put that in a YouTube video. That'll be my probably one of my next ones I do.
That's awesome. I still need to work on a YouTube video, but I don't want to. I could have done that today, but I really don't want
behind.
to. I'll do that later, maybe. It's the editing. It's the I sold this many of this, this many of this, this many of this. And I need to pop up the picture, right? I watched most of it and then had to stop and then ate and then come on here. To be fair, I was listening to it while I was driving. So when I got home, I had to stop it to come inside and do the things. But yeah. I got as far as I think I got 20 minutes into it. Roughly. So I'm almost done with it. But yeah, I have to do the editing. I have to put the pictures up of the things that I sold. And then I have to type out the makers of the patterns and put it up. And it takes forever.
You just need to make you a Google Doc and just do it that way. Just say all the patterns I listed are down below instead of trying to type everything out.
Yes. You're right.
Always.
It would be the way. Most of the time.
Always.
Ah, shit. I just started off on my own little thing here. Dang it! You distracted me.
Oh yeah, blame me. Oh yeah, it's always my fault.
It is. It's all you. Speaking of you, where the heck is Eva?
Eva's going through it right now, so Eva may not want to be on live.
There. She doesn't have to be on live, but she could be like in the comments.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say. I know too much. So
okay. Well, sending all my best. Whatever the heck's going on, sending it out. Yes, Michelle, I saw your thumbnail, and I'm very excited to watch it tomorrow. Very excited.
Me too. Well, I probably won't watch it tomorrow. It'll probably be Tuesday.
That's fair. Depends on how crazy the kids drive me. One more day of Easter break, and then it's back to school.
We actually have school tomorrow.
Lucky you. Not so lucky for you particularly, but lucky for the kid's parents.
Yeah. Always, Michelle. Always gotta support our friends and watch their stuff.
Heck yeah. I need to go back and watch Martha's yarn haul video. It's just been kind of playing in the background. and I think that it watched it without me. I think someone watched it. I love school teachers and staff. I have intentions of sending a very nice teacher's gift at some point by the end of the year. Something that will include a nice gift card to go home and relax. Thank you
Well,
for all.
one of my kids got me a bag of candy for Easter.
I love that.
He got me something for my birthday, and then I got like a fake rose on Valentine's Day, and now I got a bag of candy. But the other teacher's been getting stuff too. Her birthday just hadn't come around yet.
That's sweet though.
Yeah.
I'll probably take something in like book fair week. Because I go into the school during book fair week and then I kind of hang out with like the staff and stuff. You know, I need to figure out if his teacher likes Red Bull. Because I ain't gonna send one to her if she ain't gonna drink it. That's just wasteful. I'll drink it myself. What?
Nothing. I can't say nothing. That's like me sending a soda to a kid and or another person. They're not drinking it. Like, they got me jacked up.
Right? Like one of the only people that I feel comfortable going in and grabbing a pop for on the whim is Michelle. Because I know that it's going to be cherry flavored, most likely, and probably Dr. Pepper or Coke. Depends on what she came with. What was Lisa's recommendation? Oh, the flowery Red Bull Zero thing. I don't know. I tried the one that had full sugar and I did not like it. But she says the one with zero sugar is where it's at. Sugar free, grapefruit. Yeah, it's like grapefruit blossom or something.
Well, I will tell you, you know the better sodas that they come out with, the lollipop drinks. Well,
Yes.
they came out with an energy drink. It's called Bloom. I was walking in Kroger. I was like, you know what? Let me just try one. That thing's good.
My Lord. Damn it. It scared me. Don't judge.
I tried to breathe. You caught me off guard with that.
Caught me off guard too.
I'll teach you.
All right, sweet Snuggles Light. Man.
But anyways, it's sugar free and it has like half the grams of caffeine that a normal thing has, and it's only 10 calories. So I was like, you know what? Let me just try something. I'm trying to substitute for Dr. Pepper first thing in the morning, and that's what I got. And like, it gave me so much energy. Like, it was really good. So I'm just saying, if you want to try something new that's good and it's actually a little bit better for you,
No.
try one of them. I also tried the Alani's. Some of those are okay. Some of those are too sweet.
I'm afraid to try the Alani's, I guess. Like, if somebody was drinking one and like offered me a sip, I would try it. But I'm not gonna go and buy a full one. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna drink it. Like,
They have one. It's called the Pink Slush. It reminds me of cotton candy, like pink cotton candy. And let's just say this much: unless you really have a sweet tooth, I would not get an Alani.
I like a sweet tooth, but I like tart.
Yeah, I don't know if you would like those. I tried a new one, and it's the Amino Energy or something like that. It's it's not sugar free, but it was like a blue raspberry. It reminded me like of a blue raspberry icy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'll try that one. That one was pretty good. I was told I needed to try the Ghost drinks because they're sugar free, but the Sour Patch Kid one is really good. And I'm like, I don't know. Hi, Molly.
Hi. Whitney, which one was your favorite Red Bull? I know they discontinued my favorite Red Bull too. It was the cranberry. Yeah, I think cranberry. And I was very, very upset that they discontinued it. Hi, Mandy.
Hello.
Thank you for sharing in the group. I saw it. Oh, the peach. I don't like the peach. Brittany said that they are coming out with a new like white peach or something. So maybe be on the lookout for that. You will probably like it. You know how I said yesterday that I like essentially did a baseball slide for an Easter egg? It was unintentional. Okay, I slipped in the mud is what happened. But it was fantastic because my brand new light pink Caleb wants to meet you next time in the lounge because Lovely and I mentioned you and he was super curious who you were. Who, me or Haley? Or both? Caleb's the younger one, right? Caleb would like Haley too, I'm sure. Well, now I'm curious what was mentioned, but this can be arranged. Anyways, though, I slipped in the damn mud trying to get an Easter egg. I did not realize that the ground was sopping wet, and my light pink, sparkly, brand new shoes became totally mud covered. And in doing so, when I slipped, I don't know how I did it because I know I initially was like sliding into a split, which was not going to go well. And then my foot ended up kind of backwards like this. So now this part of my like ankle, it's so tight and sore. It has been an annoyance like no other today. Just not pleasant. So now I keep like rolling my ankle, trying to roll it out. Moral of the story, let somebody else get the egg. Because you know what happened? They said that there were still golden eggs out there. So I kept looking for eggs. Hyper focused. Everybody else went inside and started getting their prizes for the eggs that they did find. And by the time that I come inside with all of my eggs, they were all out of prizes. So I basically got to choose, the not great stuff that was left. Yay! That's what I get for trying to be an overachiever.
Okay, Kat. We need to figure out how like to do this with one of our pattern for a pattern. I'm making the moose, right? You know the moose that has a muzzle, right?
Yes.
This is the front. I do not have to sew this on. It's made into the head.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that for like a horse or something from now on.
Ooh. I mean, I figured out how to do it with the cows. So it's got to be something similar, but I haven't written a pattern using it. I don't really know how to explain it. Easier to do it than it is to tell somebody else how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've never done a pattern like this, so now that I've seen it being done, I'm like, okay, now I gotta do it.
Well, I'm curious how they have you doing it. Because I don't know if I've seen it written in a pattern before.
And you don't know it looking at like you don't know it when you're crocheting it. You just see a picture.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't looking at the picture when I did it, but now that I went back and look at the picture, you can tell that the muzzle is actually made into it.
Okay, 2 separate things here. Molly apparently has a super skill to find arrows in the grass. Like bow and arrows or like arrowheads. I don't know why my brain went there first, but and then you take the top half of the nose and do either just increases or single crochet increases along the top. Yeah, that's the standard way that I see it, like how to do it. But and I mean I was making little cows and that's how they did it.
No, this one has you chain and then you increase and use single crochets to get to the wide part. Then you do 2 rounds of the single crochets. Then you go back and you decrease, and then you start increasing like you would for the head. So it's like it's literally taken from the snout, the beginning of the snout, going all the way to the back of the head. But I mean, like you can see that when you look at her picture. That's her picture.
Okay.
So I mean, like you can see where she decreased.
Right. Oh, thank you. Hi, Tammy.
Hello.
Thanks for being curious enough to come check us out. Haley and I both have YouTube channels, which I guess is kind of apparent since we're on live on YouTube. That's more of a my brain fart issue. But we both do like market day videos, market prep, stuff like that. We met each other through Refined Vibes Discord. And we hang out in there a lot. So figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and go live like together on YouTube. Why not? No, you're fine. What'd you have for dinner? We're just sitting here BSing. Honestly.
As always.
Yeah.
Giving each other a hard time.
Yeah. Might as well. Life's more fun that way. Haley's face disagrees.
Huh? Cat, I zoned out. You know this. And my face does what it wants to. Half the time, like, it's intentional, and then half the time, it's really not.
It was funny. It was like, life's more fun that way. And I look down and I look up and you're kind of like, this? I'm like, okay, Haley's face disagrees.
That was unintentional, my bad. I get so used to doing that with y'all in the lounge, though. Like, I come in at the wrong time or I hear the wrong thing. Ooh, that sounds like a good dinner.
Ooh. I had most of those today, too. Except for pecan pie. Can't do it. And I know that everybody says it different. I know people say I say it wrong. Pecan, whatever. Either way, it's not, I don't like it.
Just like some people say tomato, some people say tomato.
And either way, half the world doesn't like it. Same thing.
Well, people tend not to like me anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, right?
Apparently, I offend a lot of people and not know it.
It's just your face. Your face just does a lot of things.
But is my face wrong, though?
No, not normally. Your face is, you know, honestly, I think my face is louder than your face.
I just have more expressions than you do.
Maybe. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, this is I think my channel is hosting the live. But let me see what I can do here. Is it gonna let me tag you?
It should. Hi, Martha. I just watched your video.
All right, Haley, help me make sure I'm spelling this right.
Haley apostrophe S Design Studio.
That's not like your tag though, right? Like your at.
Okay, for my at, there's no apostrophe, but that's what mine is at. Yeah. Well, thank you. My facial expressions just they read loud and clear sometimes, and I can't help it. I don't mean for them to be so loud.
I'm right there with you. Totally get it.
Black Mirror has more episodes. What is that? I've never heard of Black Mirror.
Hi, Martha.
Bye, Molly.
Have fun watching your show. She posted a picture this morning of one of her little bunnies and said the Easter bunny came to town. It was very cute because it was a real life bunny. Netflix, it's a dystopian. Netflix is a dystopian shit, but it's trippy AF. Try that again, Molly. I'm assuming it's on Netflix and it's a dystopian show. I assume. But it's trippy. Oh my gosh. It's been a long day. It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's weird. It's trippy, like a little close to home sometimes. Ooh. Strange. A random funny thing of my day, though. When we were at my grandma's house, I've showed you guys before that she has a million birds. A whole shit ton of chickens, 2 big turkeys, 2 big dogs, ducks and geese and cats. I love it. It's like you go to grandma's house to a petting zoo. Funny. As soon as you pull up, you have the turkeys. Like, gobble, 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 gobble. It's making all this noise. And then you have all the geese. They're coming from halfway down the road. It's hilarious. The geese and the ducks don't want much to do with you. The chickens want everything to do with you if you have food. The turkeys, though, oh my gosh. If you're not super familiar, okay, Haley's YouTube channel. Let me see if I can get the link and post that instead. And then I will get back to the turkeys.
I guess I need to go and add a picture to my YouTube profile. I think I just need to do that.
It would be helpful, yeah.
For times like these.
There. Now it's pinned. We got it. Let me get a drink real quick. Granted, I'm drinking pop, so it's not, the best hydration, but I guess hydration check. And if anybody who's watching's name is Isabel, sharing a Coke with you.
That's a weird way to spell it.
I agree. Whichever. So these birds. The turkeys were obsessed with the kids. Like, practically following the boys around on their heels. To the point that it was making Archer very nervous. And if you haven't been around turkeys, most of them are male, by the way, they will, they'll fluff up. We know turkeys, they fluff up, their tail feathers span out, gobble, gobble, stuff like that. But they'll also do what's called drumming, where their chest will like fill up with air and it'll make this weird boom, boom sound. And then you'll hear their feathers, they'll vibrate them on the ground. So it'll make this weird sound. And it can be a little scary if you don't know what they're doing, but essentially it's all because they're trying to find themselves a girlfriend. That's what they're trying to do. Problem was they were trying to find a girlfriend in my children. And we could not figure out why these birds were obsessed with Rowan. Like, the one kept following Rowan so closely. And if Rowan turned his back towards the turkeys, the one turkey would get so close and it would lift a wing up like it was trying to wrap around him to hug him. And we're trying to Rowan, stop turning your back on the turkey. You need to get away from it. And we're trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with this bird. And the only thing that I can think of is turkeys' heads. I did not know that they will change color. But their heads will be red, white, or blue, or any combination of the three. And they can change color based on the blood flow to their head. Rowan just got brand new rain boots today that are Spider-Man. So they're red and blue. And Archer, so Rowan was wearing a hot pink shirt. Rowan was wearing a hot pink shirt. Archer was wearing shorts the same color. So it couldn't have been the shirt because they would have been just as obsessed with Archer. So I'm thinking it has to have been the boots. And for whatever reason, they did not like the boots. And it was a whole thing. No, the boots do not light up, as far as I'm aware. But they're just standard Spider-Man rain boots from Walmart. The Easter Bunny brought them. And the Easter Bunny brought Archer some nice tennis shoes that he can just slide on and off so that we don't have to fight with him every morning about Velcro your dang shoe the right way. Please. But it was a whole thing today. I picked up one of the turkeys at one point. I was holding a chicken at another. You go inside. My cousin's got 4 little baby chicks, all of which apparently have disabilities. She works at a place like Tractor Supply, but it's not. So they sell little chicks. But I don't exactly know what their practices are, but if there are certain things wrong with the chicks, they can't sell them. Or if somebody buys them and returns them, they're not allowed to sell them again. So I'm not real sure what normally happens to the baby chickens when they're not allowed to sell them. I don't know if I want to ask that question, but my cousin brought them home. If we can't sell them, I'll just take them. We already have chickens. We already have ducks and turkeys. I'll bring them home. I'll raise them. So to bring them home, apparently one of them, I don't know, its legs don't work right. So she has its legs like casted in the correct position, trying to hope that they will fix themselves along the way. She, before working at this place like Tractor Supply, she was working as a vet tech for a while. Okay, good. I'm glad that usually one of the workers takes them home. That makes me feel better. But then one of them had, I forget what she called it, but like it had a crooked beak. So like the beak did not lay over itself like it's supposed to. Um, and then the other one of them, it did not have a disability, but it was returned with one that did have a disability because they can't just live by themselves. Baby chicks can't live by themselves; they have to have a partner of some sort. So, and then there's a third one from somewhere also. So she's trying to raise them up. And so, at one point we're all holding baby chickens. Then next thing you know, she goes outside and she comes back inside with a rooster that they just got today. It's huge and it's white and it's beautiful. And she's just holding it in the house. And then she goes outside and she comes back inside with a hen whose name is Hennessy, who likes to be cuddled. It's like, where am I? What's going on?
Old MacDonald had a farm.
It was so funny. And just saying, like, if Grandma Cindy is watching that, I love you. It was a fun day. Like, oh my gosh. It was fun. It was a nice end to the day. Um, then we're getting ready to leave. Like, I told the kids that we were, getting ready to come home. They took themselves out to the van and, they shut themselves in. I'm like, Archer, Rowan, where are you? And I can hear them like yelling from inside the vehicle. Heck. Next thing you know, they're back out of the van. One of them's got to pee. And because one of them's out of the van, now the other one's got to be out of the van. So then they go back in the van. I go to make sure that they're buckled so that we can leave. And as I'm approaching the van, Archer is telling me Rowan was feeding the chickens gummy bears. Like, what? And I was like, Rowan. And I go over to make sure he's like buckled in his seat. And I walk around that side of the van, and there's just a freaking pile of candy garbage all over the ground, including an empty box of Gushers. And Archer chimes in and he's like, oh yeah, he was feeding them Gushers too. I'm like, well shit, I don't know that much about birds. Are they gonna die now? Like, so I go back in the house. I'm like, Lillian, out of curiosity, what would happen if your chickens ate gummy bears? It's like, I don't think anything. Why? Like, how about Gushers? Like, might give them an upset stomach, but they should be fine. And she Googles it to make sure. I'm like, okay, well, if by chance you check on your birds and, their poop's funny colors, just so you know, that's why. Your cousins were so graciously feeding them gummy bears and Gushers. But yeah, it's like, so sorry, my bad. Like, thank goodness it's not going to hurt them because I would have felt But that was the gist of my Easter. Welcome back.
Yeah, we went to church this morning, and then, well, first off, I had a headache when I woke up, and so my husband was like, "Do you really want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, we need to go to church." So we went to church, and then like I still had a headache. Don't know why I had this headache. Then it dawned on me I was trying all those energy drinks to find one to replace my Dr. Pepper. So I ended up having an energy drink every morning for a week straight. And that's
Mhm.
not something I typically do. So Friday, like I was trying my last one that I had bought. And so Saturday I went all day without one, like typical day, and then like this morning I was like, what the heck? I mean, it has lasted up until now. Like I'm now finally feeling it just ease away. I'm like, ugh.
I'm so glad. Glad that it's backing off. That sucks.
But I mean, but like I wasn't drinking a lot of them. I was just trying new ones. So
Mhm.
I don't know if it was all the new stuff that I was trying and putting my body through, and that's why my body was like, I'm gonna need to stop.
Mhm. Well, and that too, like if you were drinking one every day for a week and then all of a sudden you didn't drink one, sometimes that can give you a bit of a caffeine headache. I don't know if this is the color I want.
But and then like we were sitting there eating with his mother-in-law and father-in-law, and I'm not thinking anything of it because he hadn't talked about doing anything for Easter for each other. He comes out with this big old basket that has 4 skeins of yarn, my chocolate in it, a bag of the stuff in it, and then I couldn't find my scissors the other day, which are these. I always carry these in my bag. I couldn't find these, so he got me these.
Nice.
And he said, "You can't tell me that I don't listen." I said, "I can't say that." Because I don't know how many husbands would actually go while they're at Walmart, get your candy, pick you out a cute basket, get you 4 skeins of yarn.
Right? I would have loved it if my husband brought me an Easter basket.
I told him, I said, "So if we have kids, are you still going to do this?" He says, "Probably." And I was like, "Okay." So then we dyed Easter eggs because I've never dyed eggs. We didn't do that growing up.
Oh no.
So then, like, I dyed eggs for the first time today. So yeah,
How messy was it?
it actually wasn't that bad.
Oh good.
But But now I don't have any kids at home, so if I would have had kids, it would have been bad.
If you didn't today, I would advise newspaper underneath in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 questions. First, where are we from? I am in Pennsylvania and Haley is in Mississippi. And Izzy, this dress, I got a like safety pin and pinned it because it's open the whole way down here. So I am wearing a bra with it because I can't not wear a bra. I have to. But it's pinned right here because this right here is where the like underwire of mine stops. So I have to really pin it up to be able to wear it. But it ties around the back. I mean, I don't know if it really does much because it has the elastic that comes around, but it's very, very comfortable. And I know that they had other like designs and fabrics too. They have a long one that I want to get, but they didn't have it in the size that I need. So could not get it. see. My eyes are like stinging, and I think that it's from being around the fire today.
Speaking of eyes, how is your husband doing?
His eyes still hurt, but he went to work today. So there's that. I noticed today he was sitting a lot and kind of just, sitting with his eyes closed. And he was doing that a lot yesterday. But he was able to have his eyes open enough to like watch Naked and Afraid with me last night and American Idol. I mean, you don't really have to watch it, you just listen. So I don't know. He just went through this similarly here. Not even 6 months ago. So he's kind of, been through the ringer already with it, and it's just like, oh, great, this again. But his eye's gonna hurt, but it's not as bad. It doesn't still feel like there's something in it, I guess. There's that. No, Walmart. It was like $12. Missouri. My brain always wants to read Missouri as misery. I'm sorry. I have no idea if Missouri is miserable, but my brain always wants to read it that way.
It's not until you're going back down the mountain and your ears pop. Because that is a mountain in itself. But you live in Pennsylvania, so you probably go down mountains that are that high. But you take someone from the Mississippi all the way up there who's not used to going up and down mountains, because you don't just go down one mountain or go up one mountain. You go up several, and you go down several.
Now, are you talking about like what it does to your ears?
Yeah, it makes it stuffs my ears. Then when we get to where like it's getting like leveled back out, like I feel like my ears are hurting so bad, so like I had to pinch my nose and like pop my ears. And I told my mom, I said, I have no interest in going back to Missouri, because we went to Branson for my senior trip when I graduated.
Okay.
And that is something I don't want to do ever again.
Yeah, we're pretty used to, mountains and stuff like that. Gum is your best friend in that situation for future reference. But was it I think one of the last times that I think when we were on our way to Harrisburg for that show, there was one that like we just kept going down, 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 and eventually, normally your ears, the pressure, and then it pops at some point, and it just would not, and it was miserable. I don't think I even got to finish my coffee today, dang it.
So you probably got another like 52 minutes in me, because it's 9:08 for me, and at 10 I have to go to bed.
Totally fair.
That's okay. I'm gonna take a melatonin and I'm going to die. It's going to knock me out.
I don't know. I might take one today. I could go to sleep without one, but Chris isn't going to be home till after 1 in the morning already. Like, there's no sense in, like, I don't need to stay up. I just feel sleepy. But anybody who's watching, if you haven't gone to Haley's channel, make sure you go and subscribe. It's the pinned comment there. And she's really, how many subscribers are you at anyways? I was just
I'm at
looking.
70.
That's right. I am seeing 70. Do you have any more since then?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't have any notifications.
Do you get notifications every time?
No.
I was gonna say I don't.
But if it's somebody that has like commented like on my video or something and then they subscribe, then
Mhm.
I'll get that notification.
Oh.
Because it's not everybody that I get, but someone had, I guess, had liked my video and then like subscribed, and then like I got those. And then when you posted that thing on Facebook, I noticed I got a few notifications when like 2 or 3 of those people I had subscribed.
Mhm.
So I don't get all the time, but I do see where people do subscribe. So then I just go and check.
Right.
But
Yeah,
my goal,
it's not showing on my end at the moment, but yeah, she's at 70 subscribers. She's, trying to get to 100. I'm also counting. Where am I at? 2, 4, 6. Okay, I'm there. It's like, what am I doing? Yeah, so if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to Haley's channel, if you're not already, that would be awesome. Like the
much
live,
appreciated.
that's helpful as well. It pushes it out so that other people see it. If you like crochet content and yarny goodness, we can make it happen. Uh,
Oh, and I did make me some thank you stickers with my Mum Bin printer.
ooh. Oh, that's so cute. I like that.
Yeah, that was another thing that my husband did for me. So my parents got me the Mum Bin printer for Christmas, and
Mhm.
so since he knew I was getting that, I didn't realize that he was actually able to like. My husband's not very tech savvy. Like my husband still has a flip phone. For those of you who do not know, so when he does something like this, it makes me like have to like realize like he actually went and took his time to do this. This man did not have internet until we got together 5 years ago.
Back in the Stone Ages.
Yes, like he still had this big old box TV using it, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, and so I opened up my Christmas gift, and I had stickers. I had these stickers in my a roll of these stickers in my box.
Nice.
And I was like, okay. He says, I do listen. I said, sometimes you do.
Sometimes.
And then
Well, and that's such a nice, what a nice gift too, because that shit ain't cheap. First off. And second, the fact that he knew it was something that you were going to need and something that you were going to use. Like something that you had probably had on your list for a while of like, when I make this much money, I need to get one of these. And just kept putting it off and kept putting it off and kept putting it off. And for them to go out of their way to get it was really cool.
well, yeah, my parents were like, oh yeah, he did get me fresh strawberries. He did. Yes, he did.
Ooh.
Okay, so we have a strawberry man from Louisiana. He comes and sets up on the weekends. Well, I have been telling my husband I want fresh strawberries because every time I get strawberries from the store, even after a day, they're going bad. I'm like, I don't want to spend $7 on some strawberries and for them to go bad the day after I put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
So he was out and about getting his mess and everything, and he saw the strawberry man. So he got me and his mama some strawberries because I wanted some strawberries.
That is
So
so sweet of him.
I tell all the friends, I said, y'all's may make more money. I said, but I got the best one of all.
Right?
Mine is so thoughtful, like, he's not money hungry, he doesn't do anything, like, he could make more money, but he
Mhm.
chooses not to. He chooses to want to be home with me every night. He doesn't wanna be, like, offshore or anything like all his buddies, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You know what? Y'all can't tell me nothing. I got the best one. Looks great, cat."
One accomplished little mushy.
And then this was the other ones he got me, the little square ones.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So because the thermal printer I got came with the labels. Oh, and he
Oh,
also got me the stand for my thermal label printer. He was like,
how
"I figured you
fancy.
might would need this." I was like, "Aw."
Yes, yes, I do.
So yeah, I tell him all the time. I'm like today, like his parents were like, "She's speechless." I was like, "Well, I wasn't expecting."
Right. I sat on my foot, now it's asleep. Thanks for moving. Yes. Now it's like I had to move, so the feeling's coming back.
Don't you hate the
Not.
tingling? It makes you feel like bugs are crawling on you.
Yeah, yeah. It I don't know if it's quite at that point right now, but it's like the spastic energy. Oh, so cute.
But you see, like it's all one piece.
Mhm. Well, and, see, when you were talking about that, I thought you were saying that, like, you make the muzzle separate, and then as you're working up the head, you crochet it in that way, which is harder. Um, but ain't that the truth, Mandy? Um,
Do
I
what?
it makes you make her think of an old soul,
Why?
which oh, Haley, you are so an old soul, for real, for real.
I know
You
what you mean.
seriously? Has nobody ever told you that?
No.
Okay, so you're what? 26? 27. Okay. I was close. I was very close. Um, but you don't act 27. You act older than that, like maturity wise. You value things that somebody your age usually does not. You value or you say things that somebody your age usually does not. You you're into crocheting, not partying. Like, you know what I mean? Like you are it's the phrase of you're wise beyond your years. It's you're very mature for your age. You know, stuff like that. But in other places it's an old soul. So essentially it comes back to kind of like reincarnation in a sense of like your soul is a soul that's been around for many generations.
Okay.
You weren't born yesterday.
I I okay, like I've been told like I'm more mature than for my age, but like I've never been told that I have an old soul.
They basically mean the same thing. It
Do
means
what?
you're wise and can connect with others on many levels.
Okay, the wise comment come up afterwards.
Yeah, not wife, wise.
Hello there.
Hi,
But
Lila. You caught
um
us live.
but also just so y'all know, I don't take compliments very well. I don't know if y'all caught that on. So like I'm like, what? I
Like, I
don't
don't
do
know
well.
what that's supposed to mean. Oh,
Oh, and it gets worse when people are like, "Oh, I like your top or whatever." We've been live for how long? I can't read
An
the time.
hour and 15 minutes. Easter's been good. Also, backtracking because I think I saw it and then I forgot to respond to it. I am making a mini mushy boy, and Haley is making a moose. Goodness. Okay. I finished one, but I'm just starting on a second one. I know, I'm really excited to see how her moose is going to come out. Her name is Haley with an H.
Oh, thanks. Is
But
that
thank
Sammy?
you. Hmm?
Is that Sammy that just joined us?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Sammy. I don't know everybody's names. I ain't even gonna lie.
It's hard to memorize them all too, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a horrible memory. Oh, that's so exciting! I know we have some baby shower gifts on our brain too before too long.
Just do not send me any twin vibes. I don't want twins.
Listen, you do what you got to do. You take that up with your husband, because something tells me he'd have something to do with it.
Well, you're the second person that has told me I'm gonna get twins, and I've had 3 people tell me I'm gonna end up with triplets, and I'm like, I'd be danged. There will be no more.
Like, no, thank you. Yeah, I always wanted twins, and then I had the boys. Then, nope. Mm-mm. Um, Lila, I have been to my Joann's not too long ago, and it was an absolute ghost town, and it was devastating. All the shelves were empty, and it was the saddest thing because I didn't get to, like, that was the first time that I was able to go to my Joann's since hearing about the closure. But and my Joann's is in Meadville. Yeah. But I have gone to Erie's Joann's and Butler's Joann's, and they were both pretty full the last time I went in. Um, where'd you hear that? The Joann's, my Joann's is closing in 1 week. They're not getting any more trucks at all. And then the liquidator that bought them put out an article stating that all Joann stores will be closed by the end of May. I'm not real sure what they're going to do with everything that they have left after that, but yours has been closed for a while. Yours is the Hermitage one, though, right? I know they announced their closure before, like, the bankruptcy. You would take the extra stuff. Me too. Your birthday is May 14th. Well, happy early birthday. Twins running Tammy's family, but it skipped her, thank goodness. I have twins in a distant relatives, but nothing close enough to worry on either mine or Chris's side. My husband's name is Chris. You're going to Florida in a week? That sounds like fun.
Well, for you to have twins, it's got to run in the family. And my family of women do not have twins. So,
Technically, fraternal twins have to run in the family. But identical twins come from the same egg, and that is an abnormality. So it does not have to be running in the family.
well, that's what I meant for the fraternal. So,
It could happen, you know?
it could, but the chance of it happening for me is slim.
Never know.
But you know what? I told my husband, if we have twins, that's two. And especially if it ends up being a boy and a girl, baby, I'm done. That's it, right then.
Heck yeah. One pregnancy. Done.
We would be having protection stuff because I'm not going to try to send my body into early menopause or anything after that. But that'd be it.
I hope it happens soon. Super soon. I'm glad you still have my business card. I do have a pattern for a capybara, but I haven't made one yet. I was gonna make one the other day and I forgot. I had the yarn in my bag, and then when I opened it, I forgot what I needed that yarn color for. I thought I just needed to make more cows. I didn't.
I need to make more cows.
I was using a pattern called Millie the Baby Cow with Bernat and the Premier Parfait Chenille, Premier Basic Chenille is what it is. And they came out like this big and so freaking cute. I've made them before in velvet yarn, and they're so tiny and just a huge pain in my ass. But I recommend it.
I don't go to Hobby Lobby much anymore.
Yeah, it's expensive, and they don't have good plush yarn. Oh.
20 years apart?
Ooh. My sister and I are 21 years apart. You never know. But my mom was also 19 when she had me, and 40 when she had my sister. So something tells me your age gap's going to be a little bit less than that.
I hope so.
I was gonna say, you don't want that anyways, honestly.
Well, I wouldn't want to go through like what my cousin had to go through because they are 14 years apart, and he got asked all the time, "Is that your kid? Is that your kid?" No, that's not his kid.
Mm-hmm. Well, I literally had family members, who started the rumor that my sister was my baby and that I gave her to my mom to raise. Family members who saw me standing next to my heavily pregnant mother. So they knew. They knew that I wasn't the pregnant one. And they still decided to spread that around. So that was really great. Yeah, I bet Hobby Lobby does have a lot of really good beads. You were 16 when you had your daughter and 34 when you had your son, but have a 17-year-old in heaven. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like you've had one heck of a life. Do I have my bird still? Which bird? I cannot sit still, I swear. Many times have I changed my position in this damn seat.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Right. Yes. I remember you're 10. What bird? I don't remember. I mean, like I have a million chickens, like crocheted chickens. I don't like birds, so I don't have pet birds. Your son has special needs and in a wheelchair, but he's the sweetest and funniest kid you'll ever meet and very, very popular in and out of school. That's really sweet. Uh, I have no idea what kind of beads you should get tomorrow. Depends on what kind of beads you have. Hello, welcome in anybody who's watching. Don't forget to like the live. We're crocheting and chatting. I don't know. What are you hoping to make, Lila? That's the question. Ah. Well, I'm mildly jealous of you. I wish I was just there a couple days ago and going back tomorrow. But I would be buying yarn, and I don't need more yarn at the moment. Honestly, truthfully. If only you could see the mess behind me on the floor. And the mess.
Favorite yarn project you want to make for yourself?
Favorite yarn for me is Sweet Snuggles Light. You know, except when it's not made great. Like we're waiting for it to fix itself. And projects I want to make for myself. A cardigan that I would actually wear on a regular basis.
I don't have a favorite yarn. I will really be honestly, truthfully, I have yarn from Hobby Lobby. I have yarn from Hobie. I have yarn from Prof. Ray Chunky. I have yarn in the Premier Basic Chanel Brights. I have Burnett Velvet and Baby Velvet. I have Big Twist Posh, Big Twist Blush, Burnett Blanket, in all the shades except for Mystical. So I do not have a favorite.
Are there any that you gravitate towards more than others?
My Burnett and the Big Twist plush, no. I would say like if I needed a project and I have the colors, it's probably gonna be Posh right now because that's what I've got the most in. But other than that, it's gonna be either Parfait Chunky or Hobie. Those are just the two I always have the colors in. So, but if I'm gonna order from Premier or Hobie, I'm ordering enough to get free shipping. I'm not paying for shipping.
Same. Ordering enough to get free shipping is getting free yarn. Girl math.
And considering I just ordered another load of the Premier Basic Shinobites while it's on sale, yeah.
I'm gonna do that too in about 2 weeks. Not even. 1 week.
Well, I did it because all the colors but one were in stock. And I was like, I gotta go ahead and get this.
I would, but I don't have money right now to do it. I had to buy Easter Bunny stuff. Okay. What's worse, not having a certain color of yarn or not finding a needle? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's a toughie.
Well, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Anybody that knows me, I'm always prepared. So the fact that if I can't find my scissors or my needle, I always have another one like near me. Like I don't ever go without like two. So let's just be honest with me. I mean, I would probably have to say going for like a certain color. But even then, that's a rare occasion on my end. Or hook. Same thing on the hooks. Like I don't have a preference on hooks. So I always have different hook sizes with me. I always have different yarn with me, so I'm always prepared. So that's not a situation for me.
I mean, same. This bag here has one of every hook size, 2 needles in it, a pair of scissors or 2, tape measure, lotion, hand cream, all that. But if I have that, I clearly have my yarn with me. I have a big, like, wheeled crochet bag with yarn in it. And there's an entire second set of crochet hooks in that. And a little container that has like 10 different needles in it. There's like 4 different scissors in this bag. It also has, you can ask Michelle in the comments, it has medicine, it has lotion, it has deodorant, it has a mini speaker. You can ask Caroline if she were on here. It has knitting needles that I use for sewing sticks. It has a pen. It has earbuds. It's like Mary Poppins' bag of tricks. Lila, what would we collab on would be the question. And who started crocheting first? I would guess that it's me. I started crocheting at 11 years old, which was 20 years ago. Almost 21 years ago, which makes me feel very old.
I wasn't going to say nothing. Because I was about to say, well, I think Kat started crocheting before I was born. Go there.
Rude.
How old are you, Kat?
I'm 31.
Okay, so like I was 5 when you started crocheting.
But that's not before you were born.
Well, to be honest with you, I thought you were like 35. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm tattling. I'm going right to the Discord and I'm telling.
Go right ahead. You already know where that's gonna go. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings.
Man. Rude. That's actually hilarious, though.
And Michelle, I did use your link on one of my orders. The other time I placed my order, I was at school, so I technically wasn't supposed to be doing it. But I did not use anybody's link. So, if that makes you feel better.
We don't have to say old fart. I don't know how old you are. But we're all young at heart, right?
Yep.
Or maybe we're all old at heart. I really don't know which is better at this point. We all have granny souls with our crocheting and our craftiness.
I mean, I got called an old soul, so I mean.
Me too. Me too. Not in this conversation, but in years past.
Oh.
You'll be 52 in July. When's your birthday? My birthday's in July.
Kat, you know I don't have your birthday written down your in my calendar. Did you tell me when your birthday was?
I don't know. It's the 20th.
Okay, I gotta write that down. Because you know, if it's not written down in my calendar, I will not. Mandy, I was joking.
Maybe I'm not sure if I have yours written down in my calendar.
I know you don't because you forgot mine.
That's right, it just happened. To be fair, I forgot what day it currently was, not what day your birthday was held on.
Well, and then when we got on Zoom, because my birthday fell on the Zoom.
My memory is shit.
Oh, I gotta give you a hard time. It's okay.
Yours is on the 26th. So mine's on the 20th. My husband's is on the 25th. And yours is on the 26th. It is. It's a good thing, Haley.
Yes. Yes, yes. I was just picking with Kat.
I'm used to it. Haley's always mean to me. I'm kidding. I'm
Always.
kidding. No.
What?
Elisa put it in the Discord that her premiere order is supposed to get here tomorrow, and she never ordered her felt ice for Bluey Bingo and Muffin for the festival this weekend. Dang.
My birthday is January 19th. And the reason why I give Kat a hard time, that Friday before my birthday, we were texting, and I was mad at her because she told me that people were testing her spider pattern, and I told her that I wanted to test it, that she needed to put out a tester call so I could apply. Well, guess who didn't put out a tester call? And she just happened to mention it. I was like, you traitor. So, and then I was like, well, you know, I'm celebrating my husband's cousin's wife's birthday, because hers was the 17th, mine was the 19th. So that's how that goes. So
See,
I
and it
have
makes me, the whole thing makes me laugh because I remember, you know, I was teasing Haley in the same conversation basically. I was like, we're just gonna like you're gonna come on here and everybody's gonna be singing happy birthday and it's gonna be a whole thing and we're gonna bring all the attention. And she's like, basically, you better the fuck not. In nicer words. And so then I texted her and I sent her this like very sexy man who was baking a cake and he lit something on fire and the fire got real big and it burned his shirt off and then he's sitting there dancing for her and she's like, no. It was the best.
Well, thanks, Michelle.
When's my birthday? July 20th. And we know Michelle's birthday is, I want to say May 29th. That's what the number that's coming in my brain. I know it's at the end of May and it's right after the retreat. I want to say the 29th.
I just knew it was at the end of May.
Yeah. Listen, I'm nothing without inappropriate humor. That's my best coping mechanism.
For real.
I don't do good with like awkward silences or conversations, and I used to be a lot better like handling other people's emotions than I am now. Now I'm the person that like if you're crying in front of me, I'm probably that person that's gonna like reach from afar and just gently pat you on the back or maybe pat you on the head and like it'll be okay because I don't know what to do. Like I want to be comforting, but at the same time, I don't like being touched. And if I'm crying in front of somebody, generally it's because I'm mad. Or generally I am mad because of that. So then I don't want to be touched in that way either. Since like, well, if I don't like it, they probably don't like it either. So yeah.
Well, to be fair, I remember when my teacher passed and everybody was wanting to give me a hug. And by the end of the week, my assistant principal was the way she was, and someone wanted to give me a hug. I said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you right now. If you hug me, I'm liable to hit you straight in your face. And she was like, oh, she's like, who's done upset you? I said, everybody has hugged me, everybody has touched me. I said, the only ones that are allowed to do this right now without getting hit are my kids. Other than that, please do not touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't ask me if I'm okay.
Yes. I kid you not. I am never less okay than when you ask me if I'm okay. Or when you like, oh, I'm so sorry and come in for a hug. That's when I'm gonna lose my shit. I was fine until then. You had to ruin it. I can comfortably compartmentalize really well and forget that there was ever a problem until you ask. Now you brought it up. Now you reminded me that I was sad. Thanks. Appreciate it. That's cute. That's super cute.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, for answering. I thought I was getting to think that maybe you were not answering for a reason. So I appreciate it. Oh, I got my hair cut recently. I washed it yesterday. That does worlds of good. My hair is curly, so it's doing a thing. Well, that's just strange, Michelle. We're gonna find out how good your memory is.
What's strange? I wasn't looking.
Michelle's phone won't save my birthday.
Don't worry, Michelle. I got you. I'll text you beforehand.
Well, thanks, Tammy. Generally, I will just give in and just let it happen. But I will tell you that in my mind, I will probably not be super thrilled. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with not. I just don't like being touched in general. Sometimes I can forget about it in the moment, but I don't know. I guess it's like part of my anxiety or something. Like if I'm thinking about it, then I've got myself worked up, and then it's worse. But if it just is thrust upon me, I suppose, it happens. Non-existent. You're old.
You said you're about to test how good her memory is.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Clearly, my memory is not super great. Oh man,
Cat, I love you.
so glad. Thank you. Did I just hear a meow? No. Maybe it's outside of my door.
I'm about to say my cat's not at my door. My cat's asleep, probably in my spot on the bed.
It's probably one of mine. Some of them, like Bunny, has been so needy lately, and I know her. She's a cat named Bunny. Um, she's missing a tail for those who don't know. So her name is Bunny because she's got a bunny tail. Yep, it's got to be mine because now I hear her like tapping at the door, basically. But she's been really needy, and she thinks that she needs to be in my room 24/7.
That's funny.
Yeah. I can't even like shut my bedroom door anymore because every time I come up here to check to see, oh hey, I'm gonna shut the door to keep the cats out. She's already just sprawled out on my bed as if she's the queen herself.
I think I'm done crocheting for the night.
Oh,
I got 9 minutes anyway, so now I gotta get off.
that's fair.
So I'm gonna
We
stay
have
on the
been
9
on.
minutes.
I was gonna say we have been on for almost 2 hours.
But no, like today I made the big pasta, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
I made 2 spiders, the moose, and I did something else today. I don't remember where it went. So, and then as I was looking for yarn today, I found projects that were missing. Things that I had finished that just needed embroidery eyes on it from like January, from when I started mojo prepping. And I was like, well, that's where they went. Oh well. Well, I'm just gonna add into this week's stock. I mean,
Right? You found them. Now you get to finish them.
yep. So yeah, it was that Madeline Mako's elephant that I made,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like like my octopus pattern and a few of Tori's octopus patterns that I just used with scrap yarn. Did you lose me?
I think we lost each other. It's now showing that we've only been live for 11 seconds.
Mine is still showing an hour and 8 minutes.
It must have been me. Like, it popped up something about I think I got a Snapchat that come through. But it like everything went black for a second. It showed the buffering screen. Oh, I
Yeah,
made a mistake.
because I could see me talking and everything. Like mine was not messed up. Yours just went black and was doop.
Yeah, that was weird. Well, I'm at 19%. Maybe that's part of it.
What percent is my iPad on? That's a good question. Oh, I'm at 66%. I'm good.
I'm glad you're good.
Well, I also charged mine today, so
You did what?
I did charge mine mid-afternoon, so.
Fair. Mine has not been charged since last night. Well, before we get off of here, for those who are not subscribed to Haley's channel, don't forget to go check that out. Haley is a peach, not a Georgia peach, a Mississippi peach. Sorry, that was stupid. Her channel is linked in the pinned comment there in the thread. She has a bunch of the Yarny content too, all the Yarny things. And we both got more things coming out. You want to come hang out with us on a more regular basis? Right now we're in Refined Vibes Discord. I have one too, but I'm not really promoting it at this point. I'm more testing the waters. But we hang out in Refined Vibes Discord. We hang out in the lounge a lot. And there's a bunch of us. But other than that, go subscribe, like the live. Super helpful. Appreciate it. And we will have to do this again because this was fun.
Always.
Definitely. This was super fun. It's like a FaceTime.
Yeah. Since I can't do FaceTime.
I can't either, actually. I can do video chats, but I don't have an iPhone, so.
I have a Samsung.
Me too.
See, I knew there was a reason why I liked you.
Yes, Samsung people stick together. I can't show it to you because we're on it.
All right. Well, good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.